Pijam, umnandi.
Too nice. So grand Zooms.
We are back with another episode 47 this time.
47, and
you
I got the
today.
tea. I'm kitted up. It's a neck game. I'm playing an away game.
Hey bro, it's nice to have you back here. I remember on episode 46, just last week. Everybody's been showing us a lot of love.
Yeah.
Especially on YouTube. So make sure you
check
out the
guys.
podcast on YouTube.
Thanks for all the love that you've been showing.
Straight up,
all the comments. I know some people didn't like the chicken licking feature that we had.
Yeah. So we're listening.
We're listening, guys.
We're definitely listening
actively.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys for giving us those comments and just being active with us. We definitely will listen to you guys and we'll continue to give you fresh content, even though it might not be feeding your craving, but we definitely will be giving you these stats. But I
bro, with this heat wave, I think we need a sunscreen sponsor.
I think we do.
Yeah.
It's hot now, even in here.
Dude.
It's hot. But it looks like a bit of rain is coming. So
rain is coming?
Yeah, we need rain for about 2 days maybe.
2 days non-stop.
Yeah.
We should be good. Yeah. The air should be better.
Yeah, but I believe you've got other news, which is some Twitter news happening.
It's crazy.
Are they angry advertisers? What's happening?
So the headline goes, X's losses continue to mount as advertiser boycott expands. So a lot of prominent advertisers, not just locally, globally, are boycotting X, especially now towards the festive season. Because now you need to ramp up your stuff so that people buy and all those kind of things. But they're stopping it now because one of the advertisers, IMB, I think it was a couple of weeks back, their ad was shown alongside some Nazi stuff and Adolf Hitler stuff. So from that, they were like, you know what, we can't be aligned to that. I think some of the other brands are scared of their ads being shown with some of the stuff that's happening in Gaza and Israel.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is understandable. I mean, it takes one little thing, one ad, one sort of communication, then you're associated with something. It's quite true. So what happened in the article, and who's the article from anyway?
The article is from Social Media Daily.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was basically around X and that the battle continues for them, right? It's been a battle ever since Elon Musk started. It's been a battle. The name change, like
a lot of things.
He should have just not changed the name at least.
I think the name at least. But I mean, even before the name changed the name, he had changed quite a few things before that. Yeah. When he took over from Jack, and we know obviously we loved Jack, but we still love Elon too. But we know that Elon obviously changed a few things, and now he's going even further into changing things.
Yeah.
But I talked about the social media platforms are a great tool for political messaging.
100%, and it worked in the past.
Yeah,
it will work again now,
definitely
right?
Work again, always, yeah.
But I don't think ANC has the right strategies to convince people otherwise, because social media now is not working too well for them, because there's videos surfacing of ANC. What's that other guy in the Free State? I think he's a councillor, if not a mayor, somewhere there, where he went to someone's house and he tried to beat him up, and they took a video of him.
I saw that guy threatening him.
Yeah,
I saw a video of that guy.
They suspended him. People are still like, is that all that you're gonna do?
Suspend him and keep him there. Yeah.
And it's not like the victim. The victim said something bad. He was like, he was complaining about potholes on Facebook.
Yeah.
And the guy went straight up to his house in front of his family. Imagine someone doing that in front of your kids and your wife, and you voted for that person.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
That's not cool.
I definitely don't think the South African political sphere has the thinking to go that far. But we know for a fact, just like Donald Trump, when he was in this thing, he was one of the people very close to Elon. In fact, it was, X was probably funded by a bit of some political stuff, and there were a lot of messaging supporting Trump, and they even went to court about this. I remember seeing Zuckerberg in court, looking like a
Zuckerberg is always in court.
He's always in court, and these
court.
guys deny everything every time. They deny everything, and this is like the highest of court, because these guys are charged with like things that are beyond.
It's not like murder. No. It's something that impacts people
Yeah.
mentally, and
It's beyond.
Yeah, it's beyond that.
It's like massacre type of things. But anyway, that's what's happening on the X platform right now. We're seeing advertisers are really like sketchy about it and they're moving away. And these are global brands that are moving away. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out.
I have a question for you before we start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to be one of two CEOs,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
One is Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, of course. The other one, I forgot his name, but he's the founder of MySpace.com. So this guy had a net worth of around probably 50M, plus minus.
Yeah.
And
this is the MySpace guy.
Yeah, the MySpace guy. Yeah. And when he sold it, so I'm just going to give you context since we know what's happening with Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Zuckerberg is worth billions, right?
For sure,
but he's forever in court.
Yeah, all the time.
Forever in court.
Battles,
Forever stressed. That guy, when he sold MySpace, he decided to travel the world.
Oh yeah?
With his wife.
Oh wow!
So it's just them.
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah. They don't live in like 5-star hotels, and you catch them in Bali. You catch them out in the Philippines doing their thing.
So they actually live in the life that they want to live.
They're living the millionaire life because a lot of people want to have those millions, but you won't even have the time to live like a millionaire.
That's so true. And you'll probably find those guys started MySpace and they said, let's sell this thing and let's enjoy our lives. Like, what's the point of trying to run this thing to billions and still
check him on Instagram. He's on Instagram.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So who would you be? Would you rather have 50 million, just $50 million, or $50 billion?
Look, when you describe how the MySpace guy is living, it's a no-brainer. I think everybody listening, you guys vote too.
Yeah.
Which CEO would you rather be?
Yeah.
And if you disagree with me, put it in the comments because I would rather be the MySpace CEO who has 50 million and enjoys his life, still lives a normal life, is able to do all these things. And then Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys, they're always
in court,
always fighting
hated, bodyguards everywhere,
being threatened by Elon on Twitter for a fight.
Probably even 12-year-olds threaten Mark.
Possibly, they possibly do. I mean, these guys are super powerful, but yeah, that's what's happening right now on the X platform. And of course, Spaza Talk will always be reporting on what is happening on the X platform.
Yes.
Unless we decide otherwise, of course.
Otherwise. I think the otherwise is going to come pretty soon.
Yeah.
And just because we report on X, it doesn't mean we encourage you to go spend your ad spend.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't mean that we're encouraging you to go advertise on X.
For sure, yeah.
We're just giving you the lowdown on what's happening on X.
For sure.
And it's a dope platform, but if your content is going to be aligned with something that doesn't align with your brand, so be it, man.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
On a lighter note, right?
What's happening?
On Snapchat, I read something about Snapchat. Snapchat is the underdog. They've been quiet for some time now.
That's the one. Elon is trying to copy Snapchat, in fact.
Hey, Elon must relax. He must pick a struggle, stay in his lane.
Yeah, he must.
So this headline goes, Snapchat says that, no. So basically, Snapchat believes that their ads, okay, let me read this for you.
Yeah.
Snapchat says that it's the top social media platform that users associate with joy and a happy experience, which also makes it the place for brands to connect with consumers in a more positive space.
Wow. Who voted them the most?
So it's a study that they did, right? Because I remember back in the days, there was a guy called Dean, and we would report back on campaign sentiment and how specific campaigns performed. So I would go and talk about Twitter, negative sentiment, 10. Yeah, well, positive is 90, 10% is only negative. Dean is going to come back and say 100% positive.
Wow, okay.
Because there's no negativity on Snapchat. You're just engaging with filters. You just see ads.
That's true.
And when you are I believe what they're saying. When you see those kind of ads, already you just created a lens that was funny. You were playing a game and all those kind of things. But the audience is questionable.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I also believe them in terms that they could be the friendliest. We know Twitter is known as a toxic platform.
Yeah.
We know Instagram is a vanity platform.
Yep.
It's a bit tricky to
There's envy and all those kind of things. But Snapchat, is pure, boy. It's a pure Christian.
Yeah, pure Christian.
Okay. I'm not offending anyone or anything.
But anyway, that's interesting.
So I just want to expand on that, right? So that was the highlight. So they go on to say ads on Snapchat elect 1.6 times greater level of engagement, leaving viewers feeling more positively about ads on the platform. The influence of these positive emotions extends to how users perceive brands on Snapchat, right? Brands are seen as more relatable and less dated. Interesting. While ads on Snapchat are viewed as 1.2 times more positive and 1.3 times more playful compared to other social media platforms. I agree with everything that they said there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've never used Snapchat that much, but I do know that from people's experience, it's been really good. And also, we know that X is potentially going to become a copy of not Snapchat, sorry, WeChat. Not Snapchat.
Okay.
Sorry, WeChat.
Okay.
That's a different
Yeah,
one. So
WeChat they can, because I don't think you can ever get X to 100% positive sentiment.
No, I don't think it's that type of platform. It's cool.
Yeah,
too much
everyone has a view.
For sure.
Also, the language that we use is slightly different. It
sure.
might pick up as negative when it's not.
Yeah,
but it isn't, John.
All right, bro. So is that it for the week?
Yeah, that's it in terms of the news.
Yeah.
Outside of the heat wave, outside of X and people boycotting X, advertisers, not people, advertisers boycotting X during this festive season, and Snapchat claiming that, hey, they are the number one positive sentiment platform.
Sure. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody else, obviously, that's been listening to Spaza Talk to get this news. Let's kick it off, bro. We have a returner, and this returner is not moving now.
I'm Vanna, this soldier. This soldier is strong, eh?
Our number
strong
1 and 2
up
is
there.
the same as last week.
Same as last week, Mvana.
Shout out to Khosi.
What voodoo is this?
She's too much.
Khosi Twala, number 1, 27,000 mentions and 15 million impressions. The impressions are not as much. They drop every week.
Yeah, they do,
Yeah.
But she still manages to be number 1 every single week. So shout out to you, Khosi.
Shout out to you.
We're not going to say much, but number 2, we've got Active Lifestyle, which is her brand.
Her brand, Active Lifestyle, is her apparel brand, and she also has an app, a fitness app.
Dope.
If you guys haven't seen Khosi, you should check her out. She's a fitness bunny. She looks like one.
She's also hot, though.
Hey, man, I can't say that, man. Hey, man, I can't say such things, you know me. Me, I'm a clean man.
Straight up.
I'm not saying you're not clean. I know you took a bath today.
I did. I did bath, guys. Come on. Now I need to check myself and make sure. Hey, I even got a haircut today. Come on.
Hey, it's looking fresh.
Thank you, bro. But at number 3, we predicted this.
Okay, wait. Let me finish with the active lifestyle.
Okay, sure.
And then we need to talk about number 3,
I'm getting too excited.
You are way too, I think you bought a couple of things.
I know.
So active lifestyle got 17,000 mentions and 9 million impressions. Again, the impressions are a bit low.
Yeah.
But not too bad, not too shabby. You've been running the whole year, Khosi. You deserve to take a water break now, you know?
I think
Your
so.
impressions can be low.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's understandable.
It's understandable. I mean, trending at number 1 is not
a leap up in place.
Yeah, for sure.
The heat wave was trending the whole week, but they didn't even make the top 10.
Imagine that, People talk and sure, Khosi, shout out to you.
Shout out
to Khosi and an Active Lifestyle.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Tell me about this number 3.
It's black.
It's black.
And it happens at the end of the week.
It's not Monday.
It's not Monday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Black Friday. Black Friday was interesting this year, wasn't it?
It was. Like a lot of brands did a couple of things. For one, there's a brand that stood out, but I don't want to give it away yet. It's part of our bonus hashtag. But Black Friday got 15,000 mentions and 265 million impressions. Imagine that, 265 million impressions. But I think the engagement has dropped, because Black Friday is seen as a scam now.
Yeah,
I saw a couple of people taking out prizes because they increase the prizes when it comes to Black Friday because they're playing on the human psychology,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
We already know it's Black Friday, everything is cheap. So you see things, you buy.
Yeah, you think it's on special, but it's not.
It's
I
not
think
on
it's called
special.
Price Tracker or something like that. Somebody put it up on Twitter where you can actually track prices. And
Wow.
Take a lot
The Take a Lot one. Hey, that one tracks prices on Take a Lot.
Yeah, and I think, Take a Lot is in big trouble because, not in big trouble like that, but a lot of people have figured out now that, they
they're
hide
shady.
prices. And people on X are not shy to show you the price that it was in August and the price that it is now. And
even car brands. I saw a BMW. So this guy, Musa has a YouTube channel where he reviews cars.
Yeah.
He posted it on Twitter where they were selling this BMW for X amount.
Yeah.
Before Black Friday. On Black Friday, it went up.
Oh,
and he was like,
be
careful.
Yeah.
He just said, be careful.
But even with the whole pricing thing, I mean, it's not just Black Friday. I think it happens on a regular basis in general when we don't see, because it could be a sale. When they say sale, what makes you think it's a sale?
Yep.
And who wants to make a loss? We always think that, like, even at restaurants, you always think if they're giving away, like, let's say they're having a special of mojitos, you always think, what's wrong with the mojitos?
What are they gaining?
Yeah. What's wrong with the mojitos?
Why are they free?
Yeah.
Why is it bottomless?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened.
Ask that question, ladies. Yeah. Why are those places giving you bottomless mimosas?
And it's not even Black Friday.
It's not even. It's every Saturday.
But yeah, what did Black Friday get, bro?
Black Friday got, like I said, 15,000 mentions and 265 million impressions.
Yeah. Quite a lot. It got quite a lot of attention. I know I didn't buy anything. Did you?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I've been eyeing.
Okay.
And I don't like shopping as much, right? Yeah. So if I want something, that something that I wanted was very, very expensive. And I already had funds for the original price. So I saved.
Okay.
I saved.
You have to save up for it. Yeah. And
I
think that's the plan. You have to save up for this. Not buying the moment.
Yes. And you get to understand the price.
Yeah. The real price. Yeah.
So I don't just go with the win and be like, yo, what's Black Friday? 2 price pegs for 150.
Doesn't work.
Ripping you off.
Straight up. All right, bro. What's at number 4?
Crazy that I'm talking about being ripped off. Number 4 is rand manipulation. It was our bonus last week.
Yeah.
This week
there's quite a lot going on.
Yep.
I mean, look, I'm still a bit confused, but I know, as the hashtag says, the rand was manipulated.
It was manipulated, and big banks were benefiting.
Sure, yeah.
Locally, we have our big 4 or big five benefited. In America, some of their businesses, some of their banks benefited. In the UK, again, they also benefited. Sure. Right. Yeah. So I watched a couple of videos just to try and understand what was happening. And again, this one guy broke it down to say, it's not true. If they say that these banks made over $1 trillion a day, or if they made $1 trillion a day, and he was adding the numbers, it didn't add up. So it wasn't $1 trillion a day, but they were making a lot of money a day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And man, that's not cool. Now we are feeling the pinch. Now man, repo rates are going up, interest rates are going up, and every South African is feeling it. You understand?
Definitely. And it's getting quite sad. I mean, it's not the rich that are feeling it. It's the average human that's feeling it. And in South Africa,
I was having a chat with someone, and they said, like, businesses are going to start coming up now. So things are quiet now, but people are crunching numbers. Businesses are going to show up and say, I lost X amount of money because of this rand manipulation. Yeah. So these banks are going to have to reimburse people, if that's the right word to use, reimburse. Sure. They're going to have to reimburse them for all the money that they lost.
Sure.
Because they would buy dollars at a X amount that the banks would give them at.
Yeah.
So this guy broke it down proper. He said, this guy, He said, normally with the competition, what is it? Commission, right?
The competition commission, yeah.
Brands need to compete when it comes to prices because the user needs to have options.
Sure.
But in this case, banks would come in at the same price.
Okay.
So they had their own meeting in one place, whether it was in Kandla or wherever, I don't know. They had that one meeting and they would say, okay, the dollar is going to go for 5 rand.
Yeah.
And this happened from 2007 to 2013. Jeez. It's going to go for 5 rand. And they all stick to that because they buy the currency in bulk and then they give it to businesses here so that they can go trade outside of South Africa. Because if you're trading outside of South Africa, I think the global currency is dollars. I'm not a finance guy, guys. If I'm getting it wrong, you can correct me. I don't mind.
For sure.
I stand to be corrected in everything I say. So they manipulated, they made their money. And Sim Shabalala put out an article today. He was interviewed. I think it was on News 24 saying he didn't know anything about this rand manipulation thing. He wasn't involved in those kind of things. I'm like, who gave the sign off?
Yeah, who gave all these sign off? That's going to be an interesting one. I mean, this is a global crisis. So it's really going to be interesting what's happening with the rand manipulation.
It's a big one. It's a big one. And I'm glad South Africans are waking up and talking about this.
For sure. Definitely. We need to talk about it. But I mean, we see that there's another hashtag here.
Let me give you the numbers. Rand manipulation, 12,000 mentions and 60 million impressions.
Okay.
Yeah. And then should I go into the last one, or you want to talk about the one that you just saw?
Please go to the last one and the bonus.
Okay. So number 5 is Gaza, 11,000 mentions and 73 million impressions.
Unfortunately, they are a returner, and they've been actually quite active for quite a while.
They've been at it, man. I hope
top
this war
hashtags.
just ends already.
Yeah,
I've been
for
seeing
sure,
videos of some people saying malicious things about South Africa, saying that they hope we go back to apartheid and all those kind of things. You know what I'm gonna say to that?
Basically.
Yeah.
None of that should be happening.
None of that. Positivity.
If you say
Positivity in
man,
Mzansi.
we're gonna come for you at Spaza Talk.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's please read out the stats first for Gaza.
For Gaza, it's 11,000 mentions and 73 million impressions. And then we have our bonus. Our bonus is actually a brand.
Okay.
Right?
Who's this brand?
A brand by the name of Pineapple.
Ooh.
Pineapple has been, like we've been talking about. We need to get the CMO here in this room, eh?
I think so.
We need to call up Nicole.
Actually, Nicole's a CMO.
Yeah,
right?
we need to call up Nicole.
If you're listening, come through to the podcast.
Come through,
We have a
Nicole.
couple of questions. We promise nothing bad.
Yeah, nothing bad. Nothing.
So what did Pineapple do? Why are they actually a bonus?
It's for Black Friday.
Okay.
So they have a hashtag. It's still running.
Yeah.
Black Friday brand off. So
Okay.
it's a brand off where they have 2 brands. They put out a poll and you get to vote for your favorite brand.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
And that's just the entry. But for you to stand a chance to even win further, you need to tag a friend and retweet that tweet if it's on Twitter. But I know they're running it on Instagram too. They're running it on TikTok and I believe Facebook, because that's where the matured audience is.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
Sure.
So, and what you win is Take a Lot vouchers.
Okay, nice.
So, which I think is dope, man. They've been
Yeah.
running this from the 17th of November.
Yeah.
And it's still running.
Oh, dope. Okay.
It's still running.
So they're saying, hey, let's go.
Yeah, they're giving
Oh, nice.
away.
Okay. So what do we need to do? Go on social media?
Go on social media. They have this
poll.
poll. If you're on X, go to Pineapple, engage with the poll,
Sure.
tag a friend, and retweet that post.
Do you think we need Black Friday insurance?
Probably at this rate that we're being ripped off
Hey.
at Mchana.
Hey,
Aye.
I think we need to talk to the CMO very fast. But yeah, shout out to Pineapple for being our brand of the week, or not
Yeah.
brand of the week, but I had the bonus hashtag.
Bonus hashtag, and they got 7,000 mentions and 8 million impressions. I know it's tiny, but for an organic campaign that's running, man, that's big.
It is very big.
That
A lot
is
of brands
big.
don't just make it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we talked about it last week, how Khosi just does numbers without any work. And now when you get a
You'd
new
swear
brand
she's a
coming-
calculator.
Dude, when you get a new brand coming into the top 5 trending hashtags, I think that's where noteworthy.
Yeah.
Definitely to speak about. But all right, bro,
Clean.
those are the top hashtags for the week.
Top hashtag was your bonus, guys. I gave you your lotto numbers. Yeah.
Straight up, you gave us a lot, but I'm going to give you guys more lotto numbers, so listen up very carefully. In terms of the amount of tweets last week, we got
That went out.
That went out. We
Sure.
got 7.13 million tweets, which
Yo.
is a 3% decrease. Funny enough, I know last week we had 3.2 and above for those numbers there, so that's interesting. But in terms of the people that tweeted, we went out by 1%. So now 119,000, so just under 120,000
Sure.
people tweeted last week on Twitter.
That's so interesting because I think it's a pattern now,
Yeah.
right? I don't. It's probably too soon. Maybe we'll see next year again, and then we start comparing year on year. But what I've seen is that in the beginning of the year, there were less tweets.
Yes, for sure.
And as soon as it hit September, the amount of tweets started spiking up.
For
It could
sure.
have been the World Cup that encouraged that spike,
Sure.
but it's still up there.
Yeah, it definitely is
Even
still
post
happening.
World Cup,
Yeah,
and there's nothing about the World Cup here.
nothing much is happening.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we're going to see. I mean, I think it definitely, obviously, will slow down during December.
Sure.
Just because of the family,
Sure.
the family structure, and everybody celebrating Christmas with their loved ones. But we definitely know it keeps on. It's one of those things.
So there'll be a dip on X and a rise on Instagram.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think, or even on IG, there might be a rise.
Instagram
Yeah,
is
Instagram,
IG.
sorry, my bad. I thought you said.
Are you
Facebook.
okay,
I
Manji?
thought you said Facebook.
Never. Facebook will be giving numbers.
Exactly.
1 billion
I
1 billion posts a
That's
day.
what I'm thinking about. I'm like, Facebook is the place.
Because even Google will be snapping.
With Christmas food, Christmas plate, Christmas clothes. Too dope. All right, my dog. So we already know the top 5 trending hashtags and the bonus. We also know the amount of tweets that went out last week.
The
And
sentiment?
let's check the sentiment. I mean,
Kunjani?
hey,
What's the pulse like?
in terms of the positive, the positive
Positive went
sentiment
down.
Yeah, it went down. We went down by 6%, and in terms of the negative, it
Oof.
stayed the same. But I want to see the word cloud on just the negative and what happened there. The words that are coming up, I'm seeing NC.
Definitely.
With the politics coming up, we saw Ramaphosa. They're starting the whole campaigning thing in Batlala Ngabokoko, those type of things.
Giving them rice.
Giving them rice and t-shirts. So we're seeing that. Gaza is obviously trending. We talked about that.
Sure.
Hamas is part of it. South Africa.
Rand manipulation is there.
Yeah. So Israel. All these words are definitely part of the in the negative.
Negative. Okay.
Yeah, definitely in the negative. Even South Africa is in the negative. That's crazy. Yeah, the word South Africa is negative now. And the negative sentiment. So yeah, that's crazy. But when it comes to the positive sentiment, I'm seeing a big word called love.
Sure. Ay, utando. Utando, boy.
Utando.
Boy, so band, man. This podcast thing doesn't work out starting a band.
Hey, that's Azana's song. She mustn't catch us. But yeah, man, on the positive, we're definitely sing love. We sing happy birthday. We sing beautiful.
Ooh.
We sing
hello,
great.
Beautiful.
And good morning.
Nice.
So lots of good mornings are going out. On
People
X.
are being romantic. On X, boy.
Good morning.
Avanaval.
Yeah. Hey, Avanaval. Congratulations. So yeah, the positive sentiment is looking great in South Africa. So yeah, that's the positive sentiment and the negative sentiment. Can we go to the busiest day?
Busiest day last week was Tuesday, the 21st of November.
Nice.
It got over 1.1 million tweets. I know I've been saying 1.1 for the past few weeks, but it's 1.1 and some change.
Yeah.
Right? And in terms of the word cloud, actually, I had to do a deep dive. I used Iris and ChatGPT within Brandwatch, right?
Yeah.
And it was able to break down, because when I look at the word cloud, again, it says South Africa, Rand manipulation, join. And I'm guessing join is join the EFF. There's Gaza,
yes.
JP Morgan, Jacob Zuma. I'm like, I don't understand this. And then the thing, he broke it down for me to say on Tuesday, Black Friday promotions and deals were starting to spike up.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Monday brands started posting their Black Friday deals for the week. On Monday.
Yeah.
Either to get people ready or they already had the deals.
Some of them definitely had. I know in terms of like the Sony cameras.
Yeah.
Orms had it. A few camera places.
Sure.
Sony special. So yeah.
Yeah. And then Orlando Pirates player Khosi Lodge has been handed a suspended 5-year jail sentence and fined for assaulting former girlfriend.
Oh, another soccer player. I literally just got chills because this is unbelievable. I mean, it happens every other week, and it's unfortunate. Because
I think they were gonna give him some jail time, and then the team, they've been taking him for anger management sessions and all those kind of things, and then the judge was a bit more lenient, and they suspended his sentence and gave him a fine. I don't know how much that fine is.
Footballers and abusing their wives.
Hey, man.
Stop that nonsense, man. Right now. But yeah, that's actually what came up. I saw the news of him. It's been felt for a while. He hasn't been playing because this has been going on.
He must play soccer and stop abusing women.
Be good. Just go overseas and actually do your work.
Yeah. I think the problem is that our soccer players don't. Soccer is not their bread and butter.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching the Beckham documentary, those people eat football, chief.
For sure,
On their supper plate, there is a ball and a soccer boot.
Sure, and they build. What's so nice about some of these successful guys is that we can't complain about the system, but when you look at somebody like a Shabalala, you were there, you were part of the 2020 World Cup, which means you're a big deal.
Sure,
you can make a plan around such things. I mean,
Khosi
Lodge is famous, even in songs. I mean, come on, dog, play better soccer and go overseas and stop doing this. But yeah, we know that other players are doing way much better because all they do is focus on their sports. Because sports matters. Yeah, Konka is a side business.
I understand. Fish and chips.
Girls are also
beating
in the side
women.
business.
Stop that shit,
please cut the cameras right now, man. But anyway,
I know we don't dwell on negativity, but I think we had to call this guy out. I don't like abuse on women.
We don't want to hear
and
such
kids.
news.
Even abuse in general.
Generally. We don't mess with that.
Anyways, back to positivity. Not for now. Rand manipulation also showed up. And Gaza and the EFF is a bit linked because the EFF actually called out to say that we must close down the Israel embassy in South Africa. And ANC did exactly that.
Okay, so it was closed.
Yeah. And I think the ANC the government also pulled their ambassador at the embassy.
Okay.
I think it's ambassador. Yeah.
I mean, look, it's unbelievable that the world can stand by and watch something like this happen to anyone. And I don't know the context that well, but any sort of violence like that on such a large scale, dude, it's just impossible for us to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're expecting us to just watch and that thing just happens. Every day on X, we're seeing kids. Dude, I'll never forget this video. Seeing kids under a slab and they were dead, but only their legs were sticking out. And I was just like, this is a little kid, dude. Yeah, anyway, that's what's happening on X, and it's quite heavy news and some good news too at the same time.
Yeah.
But again, like we say, we always have to deliver the news to you because that's what's happening on the platform.
True story.
Right.
Most active hour.
Yeah.
8 p.m. in the evening, followed by 9 p.m.
Okay.
10 a.m. in the morning, followed by 11 a.m.
Okay, so these
it's
are
changed a bit because it's normally
10
a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Yeah, now it's 10, 11.
10, 11.
10, 11, boy. Not 11, 11.
Love that. So we're seeing that the times have definitely changed. But the guys that are making money are staying the same.
Yeah, they just interchanging the position.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's about who is earning more, right?
It's about who's earning more. Actually, they must tell us how much they are earning. So Edvo Beriru mentioned or tagged in 30,000 tweets that got 182 million impressions. He's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is Chris Excel. He was tagged in 23,000 tweets, and those tweets got 237 million impressions. I think that's the highest this week.
Okay, yeah.
And then we also have a new kid on the block, but this guy is not new to Twitter. I think he's new on the kids that are getting paid, because he's getting money now, even getting a blue tick. The instigator, his handle is at @BlueJ.
Underscore _MBlueJ. Okay.
Yeah, _BlueJ.
I've seen the guy with the account. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So he was mentioned in 21,000 tweets that got 104 million impressions. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of him because he's always put... They're all quite similar, actually.
In their content.
They're all quite... Except Destiny Z.
Yes,
Destiny Z just gives context on everything. These guys are like the paparazzi and all those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, look, some of the updates we catch is from like whether it's Barry Roo or something that's happening. So they probably are trying to change the image to some degree, but these are the guys that we always see.
Yeah.
And they are mentioned quite a lot. You might not see them actually on your feed, but they're being mentioned by other people quite a lot. And what that means is that they'll start earning money from the ex-creator community. Literally, you can do that. I want to say before we go, shout out to a friend of mine called Danilo. His stats are crazy.
Is it?
Stats are crazy.
Shout out Danilo.
I'm surprised he's not here.
Yeah.
I know probably people don't mention him quite a lot, but his stats on his content is always crazy.
Sure.
And he's definitely getting paid because he's showed it before on the X platform how much he's getting paid. But his engagement is just insane.
Wow.
I hope he comes up one day here so you can
I hope he does show up sometime
and
we can invite him to the podcast.
For sure. I think he's from KZN, so that's another KZN.
Now we can take a drive. But there's a lot of looters in case. Next thing we'll lose our minds to the construction mafia.
We'll be safe.
I got the zooms. I've got the zooms.
Straight up, yeah. But you said Edward Berry, Chris Excel, _MBlueJ, Destiny Z, and then we've got
MDN News. MDN News. They also share news on the platform. So they were mentioned 17,000 tweets that got 94 million impressions. And last but not least, brand of the week goes to Pineapple for that Black Friday campaign that they are still running.
Sure, yeah.
So I think it's going to end on the 30th of November. So guys, enter, win, get your prizes.
Definitely check it out. This is the Pineapple competition that's going, Black Friday competition that's going on right now. But yeah, those are the top trending hashtags.
Top trending, Mzans. For sure.
What else was happening in the week? I mean, I was on the platform quite a little bit on the platform. And one thing that I'm seeing is those girls, 16-year-olds, trending quite a bit. They're busy with older people. And then the biggest news, which is probably we sleeping on this. Balula said there will be no load shedding at the end of December.
How can you believe the Resmetez?
How
can you believe that guy?
I want to, because it's who was this guy? Was it TJ Tabani? He was like, really?
Guys, he said that earlier on this year, and someone sent a screenshot to say, you said by December.
Yeah.
And then another thing that he was complaining about, it was an article I was reading, that he was complaining that black business people don't want to invest in the ANC. And why? I was like, nigga, are you delusional? Don't you see what Twala doing?
Yeah, don't you see it? Because we can.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Those guys don't want to loot with you. They done.
Yeah,
they want to be clean now. Come on.
Yeah, come on now. But anyways, other things that are happening on the news here, we're seeing Skomota and Alostro were performing over the weekend. yeah. I mean, and there's a lot of news and complaints about that. Artists are complaining and like, how come we're not performing, but people are getting stage presence and blah blah blah. But yeah, they were performing over the weekend, so that's some news.
I think people are playing with the arts industry, right?
Yeah. It's not taken seriously.
It's not taken seriously. What's that Skomota guy? He's just a dancer.
Literally.
People that work on the craft, people that are good at their craft, don't get gigs. And Alostro, that's a druggie. Let's not try sugarcoat shit. He's a druggie. He's a nyaupepo. He's gonna get that money and go smoke more nyaupe.
Oh yeah.
So you're encouraging that behavior.
Paid him, I mean, some artists would do anything to get on big stage. I'm not saying
just give them drinks.
Yeah. Give them drinks. Give them the attention that they need. But anyway, that's what I saw on the news and what's happening on Twitter. There's so much more. There's always something happening on the X platform. But to keep up with us, make sure that you check out #Spaza Talk and check out
@Spaza Talk.
For sure. And we're not only available on X, we're on LinkedIn.
We're on LinkedIn, dog. We're professional like that.
Yeah, definitely check us out on LinkedIn @Spaza Talk.
@Spaza Talk. On YouTube.
On YouTube too.
Spotify. Apple Podcasts.
Google Podcasts.
My G.
Come on now.
My G.
Make sure that you press the subscribe button wherever you are watching, guys. Show the love. We know that you guys are watching the episodes. So a lot of you are watching the episodes but not subscribing. So we would definitely appreciate it if you press the subscribe button. It helps us and it will definitely help you get notifications every single time we drop a video, bro.
Yep. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe for real, guys. But yeah, till next episode on 47, right?
Next week, 48.
2 more closer to 50.
2 more closer to 50.
The end of
are we cutting it at 50?
We're not cutting it. We might cut it 55. Wait, how many weeks are left? We remember we had this discussion quite a while back, actually.
That's what's going to happen in December.
Yeah, we're going to be shirtless in December. You said this.
I'm going to be topless in December. It's not December yet.
Sure, but I do definitely think we've got another 2 more weeks of Spaza Talk and then we'll definitely come back at it from next year.
Okay.
We definitely need to drop a special episode for you guys, so make sure
we need to close with something big, eh?
Something very big, but it's coming up. We've got some stats. We're working on something for you guys. We'll definitely give you before the end of this year. But from Mshuti Wabashuti, it's been great, and shout out to our sponsors, Color Space, of course.
Shout out.
And Brand Watch.
Your boy, the great Kunene.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Peace.
Introducing Color Space, a stock photo platform dedicated to showcasing images of Black people. Whether you're a professional photographer or you just know your way around a smartphone, sign up, submit your photos, and start earning through your creativity. Visit www.colorspace.co.za.